little bit technical in nature. So, you guys have to bear with me because it will become technical. It cannot go just functional. Okay. So that's how we will learn. And then once you practice, you will be able to understand it better. Okay. So once you log into Salesforce, what happens is you would come to this page once you log into Salesforce, right? This is called the setup page. Okay. Why do we say setup page? Because here it is called setup, and this is the page that it is, correct? And the one that what you see is the home, and then you have the object manager. We will talk about each one of them. The home page, as you can see, it will show you all the recently what you have used, right? Whatever you have done, that's what it will show, and it is called the home page of the setup. The object manager is nothing but it will show you all the objects. Objects are nothing but the tables, right? That are there in the system, right? So if you take object manager, here you can see that it's an account brand. These are all called the tables. I hope people need to have some sort of basic understanding of the tables and the columns. I will touch upon it, but you guys need to have the common understanding of the SQL. I hope most of you know what is SQL, what is a table, what is a row, what is a column, correct? So I'm not going to be talking about that because that's not the intention of this course, okay, or training. Okay, so once you log in, as you said, you will come on to this home and the object manager, and this is called the setup. Most of the developers, they will be working 80% of the time on the setup thing, because this is where you will do everything, whatever you have to do to build the application. That is called the setup, right? Whereas when you log in as a user, whenever you log in as a user in production in production as a user, end user, you will not see this. This is called the setup. Does it make sense, guys? So you got to be, this is called the setup button. So very, very important thing you guys have to understand. Okay. Now let's talk about what is there. What is the overall thing that what we are talking. When once you come, you click here, this 9 dots. This is called the app launcher. This is called the application launcher. What is an application? Application is nothing but set of tabs, of pages that are put together is known as application, right? So if you take a look at it, you will see in your own org different applications, sales, service, marketing, community, like that you will see, and you can create your own application also, right? So you can create your own application, and at the same time, what you can do is whatever is available to you, you can be able to go to each of these applications, right? So this is called the application launch bar. Okay, so you click on it, you will see different applications that are there. If you say view all, it will take you to a different screen. These are all the different applications that have been created. An application is nothing but grouping of the tabs, especially the tabs, and underneath that there will be objects which are nothing but the tables. That is how you form the application. Now the objects or the tables that are underneath in each one of them, they will be the common objects. That means, for example, sales uses the account object, service also will use the same account object. It is not two different objects for each one of them. We'll talk about it much further. This all and the search, this is known as the global search, right? What do you mean by the global search? If you want to search the transactional data globally, then what you can do is you can search from here, right? So I can click here, I can say you have to, in Salesforce, you have to type in 3 letters to basically get your result. So I'm just saying BUR, and you click on it. It will show you the different things, like different objects which is containing the data starting or having BUR as part of its text. So that is called Burlington. You can see here account name is Burlington, correct? And wherever the Burlington is there, it will show you, it is telling you these are all the objects where the Burlington is there. So this is called the global search, right? So very, very useful, because as a customer service representative, if you want to go and search what you want to find, you will not going to each of those things and finding. You can be able to search, and from there you can be able to click, correct? So now if you take a look at it, I can also say Burlington, and you guys have to get familiarized with it. It is going to take some time. So if you click on this, it will take you to the page that what I have shown. If you click on the record, then it will take you to that particular record, right? So this is called the account record and Burlington Textile. So how did I get it? I clicked on the Burlington. If you go and click on the next one, here it shows the opportunity. It will take you to another record which has got the Burlington, but it is an opportunity record. Does it make sense, guys? So what you need to remember is, you need to remember that this is called the global search. Okay. So coming back to, now I will talk about this. This is called the global actions. What is a global action? Global action is the feature that is available across all the pages, where if you want to perform such an action that is available globally, so that you can be able to perform it with minimal clicks, and you want to go straight to that functionality or the feature, you put it in the global action. Global action is, so for example, if I want to create a new event, and which is very common thing, I can create that one as the new event in the global action. So that basically will enable me to put it into the global action. So click on the new event, it will open up a page for you so that you can create it on any page that you are there. For example, if you are there on account page, still global action will be available. So this is called the global action. I can go and create a new lead. If I want to create a new lead, I don't have to go. I can give certain fields on that page, and I can be able to create the new lead, right? New lead global action page that I have created. Okay, so this is called the global action. If the application or the end users use certain functionalities regularly, and they don't want to navigate, you can go to the leads here and you can create it. But I don't want, I am there on some other page, I want to create a lead now. So what I can do is I can put it in the global action. Does it make sense, guys? Okay, I'm not able to hear, that's okay. And then the next one is called the Salesforce help. So Salesforce help will give you whatever the help that you need, and it's a very powerful tool that what you have, and you can go and you can look at whatever the help that you need, and it will take you to that help thing, right? So you can make use of help wherever you need. That question mark is the help. Then the next one that comes is the setup. Setup is nothing but administrative tool. This is where most of the developers will be spending 80 to 90% of their time in customizing the application or building the application, or like creating the pages, objects, and all that stuff. That's what you do from the setup. Okay. This is called the notification. We will talk about it. This is nothing but just like how if you get a message in your LinkedIn, that it will show you the number, right? There are 2 messages like that. Here also, notification is nothing but there are certain activities or certain things that are pending, or they want to inform something. So this notification will tell you, right? At this point of time, I don't have any notification because it says, but when you are using it in the approval process or any of those things that you want to create a notification, you can be able to create notification so that the user can be able to take some action against it. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes.
Then the next one is called the profile, right? This one is your profile. I have not put my picture. You can go ahead and put the picture, right? So if you take a look at this, once you click on it, you get multiple options, and here you got to be careful where you are clicking till you navigate it through, right? Because once you go, if you forget where you have come from, you can always back tab and come back. So when you click on this, when you click on the name, take a look at it, it will take you to the profile page. So this is Magalam Suresh. I can put my photo there, right? I can give all the details, all these things, whatever the things that your profile thing that you can be able to modify or take a look at it, right? So if you scroll back the name, if I want to edit my photo, I can, if I want to put it, I can put, I'm here to learn sales about, this is about me, right? And if you update the photo, you can update an image, you can put the photo there and things like that. I want you to take it as an exercise. This out of office is basically when you are going to be out of the office, start date and end date, your holiday or whatever the thing is, right? Set that out of the office so that people will get to know when they are assigning or anything like that. Then it will say that, okay, this person is out of the office, especially when certain approval process or anything like that is going to happen. The exercise that I want to do is when you log in, you will not see this button. I want you to incorporate the button on your profile page, right? Take it as an exercise and Google through. You will get to know it's an easy thing to do. So take it through. These are all called the buttons. Okay. User detail. Okay, I will not go there at this point of time. So you got to be careful, like what you are. So if you take a look at it now, I lost that page, correct? So what happens is you have to be careful where you are coming from, or you have to remember so that you know that you can navigate back, right? So this is called the profile page. And same thing, if you go here and instead of clicking on the name, you click on the settings, you will go to the personal information, right? Personal information is whatever your first name is, last name is, and the email ID and the nickname and all that stuff. And this is very important. Like these things are very important. When you come from the settings, it will show you advanced. You click on each one of them, you can learn this is your user profile, user record rather, right? It will talk about user record. It will show you a lot of things. You can go through that when you connected, what is your connected apps, right? Connected apps, when you Trailbase Me, data loader, the audit, it gives when you are logging in. These are all the questions that comes in your admin certification. You need to be careful. You need to read through all these things. So when did you log in? When did you log out? All those information is available to you when you go to the advanced user details. You can, please remember, in Salesforce, you can come to the same page from different places, and this is one of the ways that you can come. Okay. If you want to change your password, you can change your password from here, and your language and time is very important. What is your language? What is your time? So you change your language or your locale. The records that are going to be displayed will be according to the locale that what you are doing it, right? So today, if I will show you an example here. So I'm going to the accounts. I'm going to the account detail. So if you take a look at this 225 2021, it is MMDD This is in the US thing. If I want to go, if I just go and change it to locale, I will change this to I'm looking for India. Okay. You can try this rather than me spending more time on this. You can try, but remember what you are doing it. You can change it to Indian date and time. So the record that what you have here, it will automatically get changed to the time frame that what you are looking at. I just want to, because there are so many options, right? You can find, if you are able to find, India somewhere. Look at this. How many of them are there? I am not able to. I'm just looking for let me take this. I mean, I'll cancel it. I'll come back here, language and time zone, and English is the language. Yeah. So what you can do is you can play with it rather than me changing it and changing it back. Play with it. It will change the MMDD CCYY. If you put Indian thing, it will change it to DDMM CCYY. So each user will have the ability to change their locale, which is important because when you are working in an enterprise level, some people might be working from India, some people might be working from UK, some people might be working from US for the same company, correct? But they have to see the records according to their timestamp, according to their format. So this allows you to do that, okay? So that's what it is. So login history, I have already spoken, which you will see, which you saw there, like your user thing. As I said, you can come to the same place, same records from different places. And personal information, you have seen that, right? Which we saw this one. Then email settings. So there are a lot of things what you can go, like what is your email, what is the thing. So please go through each one of them and understand what you have, right? The chatter is a very powerful tool that what you have, right? And so just like how you make use of the chatter, here you are seeing only the settings part of it. But if you go to the related lists here, you click on the chatter, you can be able to chat within the organization with the people, just like how we use the chatter, right? Within the organization, within the user, between the users, you can be able to chat, right? So that's on the chatter, which is a very powerful tool, what you can be able to make use of.
Is this chapter limited to admins only, or all the employees from the company or having the licenses of Salesforce can use it?
Yes. People like depend. There are different types of licenses that are available, so which you can be able to make use of. But this also is available, like when you enable it between the end users, it is available, right? For the end users, it is available. The chatter is available. Okay. So the end user, you got to be a user. You got to be a user to make use of. Right? Yeah. Now, we have come to this. So we spoke about this, and there are different display density. These are all the different arcs that what I have my user ID and password. I have Salesforce arcs. You can have as many as you want, as long as your username is unique, right? And then this is something what you need to remember. Switch to classic. So this is called the Lightning Salesforce, and this one, when you click on it, it goes to classic, right? So classic is the older version, the look and feel. It gives you a couple of more features than Lightning gives, but also the look and feel is not as intuitive or as good as what the Lightning is. Lightning is Lightning is mobile enabled, mobile compatible, so that it is available on the mobile, whereas classic is not mobile enabled, right? It's not reactive, what I mean to say is. So you got to be knowing that. But there are certain features that are available only in classic, which are not available in Lightning. You will get to know whenever you are trying to do something. If it's not available, you need to come and do it from here. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes.
Right? So,
Yes.
this is called switching back to the Lightning. I'm switching back to the Lightning. I'll come back to the same page where I started. Okay. Now, this page is called the home page, the page that what you are looking. This entire page is known as the home page. You can always be able to customize the home page. You click on the setup and you click on the edit page. We will go through that when we come to the later part of it. But I'm just giving you, if you want to take a look at it, it's very easy. It's very intuitive. If I say that I don't need this component, okay, I'm going to take away this component. I can delete it. When you are deleting it from the page, but you are not deleting the component. So you delete it and then you save it. You saved it, you come back, and that component is gone, right? It is not available. So that is as easy as what you can do. So if you take a look at it, some of the important things, it will show you some sort of a dashboard. Normally, home page will have a dashboard so that you can measure whatever the things that what you are doing. It can be your opportunity, it can be your tickets, it can be sales pipeline or any of those things, depending upon your business needs, right? You will do that. And events and tasks, these are again two important things. Events are nothing but the only different is task is you want to accomplish something, yes or no, right? Is it open or closed? Task is open or closed. Event is something like you are setting up a meeting or something like that, follow up a meeting. So that is the difference. These two things are called activities, and they will be there most of the time on the home page. The reason being, if there is an event that you need to attend, then you will get to know on the home page itself. And if there is a task that you need to accomplish and you need to take care of, you will get to know that one on this thing. You can add few of the other things, whatever you want to add. So here I have added key deals, that is nothing but the opportunities, and then the recent records, what I have visited, that basically comes here onto the thing. And your home page might look a little different than mine. And these are all some of the customizable things that what I have added onto the right. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then all these things, home, accounts, opportunities, chatter, leads, tasks, all these, this is called the navigation bar. This is called the navigation bar, and each one of them is called a tab. This is called accounts tab, opportunity tab, chatter tab, leads tab, task tab, like that. So you have much more laundry list of the tabs that what you have, correct? So that is on the tabs. So now you see the pencil mark here. If you want to customize your tabs, I want to move task ahead of this. So I just move task ahead of this and you save it. It will get reflected here. So you go to this and you want to add more new items or something like that. You can click on add. It will show you whatever is there, right? Show me all. It will show you if you want to add something, you can be able to add something. Now, if you want to delete something, right? Wherever you see the cross, I don't want skills to be there. I want that to be deleted. You click on it, it gets deleted. So if you take a look at it here, skills is there. If I want to go ahead and delete it, I'll go and delete the skills and save it. And you go back here, you click on more, skills is gone. If you want to add it, you just go there. It does not show here. Add more items. Hopefully it shows here. Yeah, skills is there. I can add it. So it gets added and you can come back and see. Sometimes it does not reflect back immediately, right? Even though you see here, you may see here the skills. I don't know why. Okay. Add one and I have to click save here. I did not do that. Okay. So it's added, skills come into this one. If you want to move, you can do it. So this is called the navigation bar, how you can be able to edit it, how you can be able to do, this is called the app navigation items. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So what are the tabs? And we spoke about, let me go to my slide deck. I spoke about 7, global search, then profile, personal settings, app launcher, primary navigation bar, favorites, and global action I spoke about. Let me talk about the favorites. Favorites is nothing but just like how we have the favorites in our browser, same concept here. So if I say that accounts, and I see this, and I feel that like this page is very important temporarily, I want to add it to the favorites list. I can go, I can make it as all accounts was added to the favorite list. Okay. So now if you go and take a look at it, all accounts is there. What is the purpose of it? For example, if I am there in another page and I want to go back to the my favorites, what I can do is I can click on it. Quickly, you can come back onto this rather than going deeper into this. You know that this is the account list. You can be able to come back to that. It is only for the easy purposes. It is there. And if you want to delete it, you just go ahead and delete it, right? So then there is nothing there, right? That is what is known as the favorites. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now you go back to we spoke about all these things on the tabs. So now I go to a couple of tabs and show it to you. Now this is called the accounts tab. When you click on accounts, it shows all the records that are there in accounts, right? Because it says all accounts. Okay. Now there are multiple things you have. My accounts, these are all different options. You might see something different than what I am seeing in your you can be able to create one. We will do that one. So my accounts, my customer direct, my own. So these are all the different options. So depending upon that, it is more like a filter criteria, right? Whatever the filter criteria that you have given, it will show accordingly. For example, here my accounts, I'm showing my accounts. And if I go back and edit the list filter, my accounts, it shows everything. Okay, what I can do is, how did I come here? I went from here, I clicked my accounts, and then there is another setup type of a thing, right? The gearbox, I clicked on it, and then I came to the edit filter. So filter owner by my accounts, like filtered by owner. If I am the owner, that's what it is showing. We'll talk about what is ownership. Now I want to add a filter. I don't want to see all the accounts. I want to see only few accounts. I will say account type. Click on this one, account. These are all the fields that is there in sales in that object. I can take type equals to, right, prospect. So show me only, if it is a prospect, only those accounts. Show me the list when I click on my this thing, and I'll save it. If you take a look at it, it gives you now my accounts will give you only one. Okay. Now, if I go back and I take out this filter and save it, it will show all the. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is one of the ways that you create the filters. So I'm doing it one more time for everybody. So type equals to customer direct, right? If I do that and save it, it will show 5 accounts. That's all about it. Okay. So that is on the when you come on to the accounts, you have multiple. This is called pinning, right? By default, I want whenever I click on accounts, all accounts is pinned. I can change it. I can change it to, you can pin only one of the options. You can pin it my accounts. And so next time when you come and when you click on accounts, it will show only my accounts. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, coming to, so these are all called the tabs. Under each of the tabs, this is called the list view. So whatever you are seeing, this is called the list view. You have to remember this. This is called the list view. So the list view can be shown in multiple ways. You can show it in a Kanban way, right? So it gives a different view of the same result, right? So that you can be able to do it, right? And you can come, normally it is there in the table format. Especially it is useful in the opportunities. When you have multiple opportunities, again, opportunities, I have renamed it as projects. You will see it as opportunities. Please don't get confused. And if you go and take a look at Kanban, it will tell you, like, depending upon the stage where you are, these are all the opportunities. You can be able to move back and forth easily, right? That is why it is called the Kanban view. Kanban view is the agile way of looking at the things. So, it gives you a different bird's eye view of the same records. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So each one of them is called the tabs, and underneath each of the tabs, you will have one object. That means you will have one table. Each tab will have only one object. You have to remember this, right? So this is a little bit more technical for the people who are, how do I do it? We will see how we can be able to do it. But you have to understand that each of the tabs will have only one object. Now, when you go to this is called the list view. And you click on the record, right? It is going to, by default, it is going to the related. No, it's highlighted. We'll talk about it. The details is the details of the record. It will give you the details of that record. Which record is this? Abby Consulting North. This is called the detail page. You have to remember this. This is called the detail page. What is the related? We will talk about it. Related is nothing but how this record is related to different records, right? So how this record, that is the account record, is related to assets, entitlements, orders, account history, contacts, and all that stuff, right? This does not have anything. Let's take a good example. Yeah, if you take a look at it, you can see that this Burlington account is related to order, right? There is one order that is related to this Burlington account. There are two opportunities that are related to the Burlington account. Does it make sense, guys? Are you getting what is related?
Yeah. Yes.
Right? So we'll talk about this all comes through the relationship in the database thing, and that is where you will be able to create this sort of a related. This is called a related list. This is called a related list. So there are 6 cases that are under this account. That means there are people have raised 6 cases against this account. So that number 6 plus or whatever the thing is, correct? And what you see here is, as I said, activity can be a new task, a new event, or a log a call or an email. And a chatter, we have already spoken about, correct? So this is called the detail. This when you click on the detail, this page is called the detail page. Okay, and yeah, you click on the, from here you click on the edit. This is called the edit page of the same record. Okay, you can change the now number of employees from 9,000 to 90,000. You save it. Once you save it, it comes back to the detail page. You can see that it is updated to 90,000. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Now, go to, I want to show you something. Hopefully. So I have come to the service application. I'm just trying to open all open cases. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not able to show you this. There is, I will show it to you on the thing. So if you take a look at it, on the page, sometimes you see this notes and recent. This is called the utility bar. We will see how to create an utility bar in upcoming sessions. So this is called, so click here again, utility bar or any of these things is for ease of navigation so that you can go and take a look at it. It is a productivity tool, right? As it clearly mentions, right? So you have a navigation bar, you have a setup feature, and then you have the utility bar, right? That is what you have, okay? Does it make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, let's come to the little bit more technical part of it. And this you guys have to know. I spoke about home. I spoke about the tabs. A tabs is nothing but the representation of the UI for an object. It will have only an app App can have how many tabs? An app can have how many tabs?
Number of tabs that differs as per the requirement.
Correct. It can have any number of tabs, right? Now, I spoke about the detail page. I spoke about the related list, and I spoke about the list view. We will talk about the dashboard later, and we will talk about these things later. So I want you to concentrate more on this now. This you have to remember. Okay. An app can have how many tabs?
And number of tabs.
A number of tabs. A tab can be associated with how many apps?
Any number of apps.
Any number of apps, right? This is a very important concept. An app can have multiple tabs. A tab can be associated with multiple apps. So this relationship is called many-to-many relationship. We'll talk about it. But a tab will have only one object. Okay. How do I know that? We will go back and we will see here. Now I am in the service, right? This is a tab. Service has a tab called Accounts tab. And if you take a look at it, it shows you all the accounts. Similarly, if I open up the sales app, it is the sales app, and click on accounts. And if you take a look at it, it will also show. So sales has got accounts tab. Sales has got account tab, and service also has got account tab. So the same tab is available on two apps. And each app has got multiple tabs. That's all what we are depicting as a picture. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes, it does.
Right? This is very important concept, how you need to do what you need to do, right? Now, when you create so each tab will have only one object, right? So this concept is very important for you to understand. This is called many-to-many relation. Now, we spoke about the global search. We spoke about the tracking of the tasks and inline editing, right? Managing calendar and inline editing, right? So inline editing is nothing but when you click on record, when you see the pencil next to it, it is called inline editing. You can be able to edit it here itself, right? I'm going to record one, correct? And then you save it. You save it here. That is called the inline editing, right? Again, try it out. Inline editing can be enabled and disabled. It does not allow you to do it it does not allow you to disable it in Lightning, but you can try in Classic where you can be able to enable it and disable it. Okay. Okay. Profile page, we spoke about. Chatter, we spoke about. Regional settings, we spoke about. Set up, manage that appears when you log in. Like, I want you to create out of office button that is not available there, right? That's what we spoke about. Now, we will just touch upon, for today's session, we will touch upon the objects, and then we will okay. So we all know a general concept. We all know what is SQL. What is SQL? What is SQL?
Structured query language.
Structured query language. Thank you very much. Right. So structured query language is the language that what you use when you want to interact or when you want to do some sort of commands with the objects, with the table, correct? So structured, what does SQL contain? SQL contains table, row, and column, right? It's more like our Excel spreadsheet. A table is nothing but a spreadsheet, and a row, as it is defined in the Excel sheet, you can see the row and then the columns, correct? So a table contains rows and columns. You can see it in the picture, right? And then we have some technical terminologies, something known as primary key. What is the benefit of a primary key? What is the benefit of a primary key? Hello?
No.
That is the unique value in this particular record.
What is the benefit? Okay, a primary key is defined so that you can be able to search and you can be able to fetch the data quickly because it is unique in nature, right? That is the most important thing. Primary key is unique and it will not have any null value, right? Null is nothing but empty. It will not be empty. You will define it, and the benefit of it is basically you can be able to fetch the data quickly. So what is the foreign key?
It is reference to the primary key.
It is referenced in the primary key, right? When you want to create relationship between two objects or two tables, then the foreign key comes into the picture and it is referenced to the primary key. Very, very important concept. You have to understand this. If you do not understand this, what will happen is you will not be able to like it or you will not be able to enjoy what you are trying to do, right? So concepts remain the same. The terminologies might be different, right? And we will come to the next one, next slide. Should the primary key be unique? The answer is yes. Okay. The primary key has to be unique. Should the foreign key be unique? The answer is no, because it is referencing. So we will see how it works when it is a primary key and then the foreign key, correct? You might have heard of an index, right? What is an index? Okay, index is nothing but it's not a primary key, it is not a foreign key, but you want to, you know that the combination of your email ID and the name, you want to fetch data much more easier, right? What you will do is you will create an index. So it is used to do the data retrieval process much faster, right? So in Salesforce, if you want to create an index, you have to request Salesforce to create an index and they will create it for you. There are certain restrictions and limitations. You have to know about that, okay? Should the index be unique? The answer is no, okay? Now, these are all some of the concepts what we have, and you know, we will talk about the relationships and all that stuff on Friday. Plus, please be cognizant that we will be getting into more technical things and we will do, you know, I will try to explain to you because this is not an elaborate thing. It is to make people to understand this, but you know, please be attentive to understand the concepts well, okay? Now, coming back to the basics, let's do the interactive because we are left with 7 more minutes. Okay, let's do this. XYZ company has many sales representatives who are in the field of talking to potential customers. When they are talking and capturing the data, they also want to have an easy way to set up a follow-up meeting from whichever the screen that they are at that point of time. What will be your recommendation to achieve this? How do you achieve this? Till whatever we have learned today, if you want to achieve this, so first of all, have you understood the question?
Yes.
Okay. How would you achieve this?
Will mark as a favorite to that particular window.
Okay. No. So where you cannot mark it a window as a favorite thing, right? You marked only the records as favorite.
Record, yes, record, yeah.
But here you are not asking for a record, right? You want to set up a easy way to set up a follow-up meeting.
To create a tab.
No, that tab is there, but when you are there on the tab, when you are there on a particular screen, you want to go.
An action button.
You have to here. Have you worked on Salesforce before?
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So you need to. The answer is you have to put it as a global action, right? So when you make it as a global action, here, if you take it as a global action, you can put new event or new task. So I want to set up a meeting. I will come here and I will create the meeting. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes, understand. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what the answer is. Okay. XYZ has purchased the both sales and service cloud. Each application has its own team. When salesperson logs in, wants to know what are the wants to know or wants to see. What are the key opportunities and events that need to be attended for that day? When service person logs in, wants to see his or her own cases that are in open status and also how many cases were closed yesterday. How could you achieve this?
By adding the tabs in the respective apps.
No.
Filters.
Huh?
Filters, by using filters in the
No.
list views.
No.
We can configure the home page of a sales and service application.
Fantastic. Who is this?
Bhanu said Bhanu.
Banu, have you worked on Salesforce?
Yes, sir. I worked on the Salesforce.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the intention of you joining this call?
Sir was just like to know the more deep knowledge. Currently, I'm working on the marketing cloud actually.
You are working on marketing cloud. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you know admin part of it in Salesforce?
Yeah, I know the admin part.
Okay. Yeah. So the answer is that you can be able to customize your home page for sales or service application, and you can give these features available there so that you can be able to achieve it. Okay. Okay. Now the last question. As the sales XYZ company is increasing, they want to lessen the burden of the data entry much possible. Import the fields, this thing. Okay. We are not spoken about this. I will tell you what it is. Okay. So there is something called a pick list. A pick list is nothing but it is a drop down. This is called pick list. This is called pick list. Okay. Now there is another concept that is known as dependent pick list. What it means is, depending upon the parent pick list, I don't have an example which I can show it to you, but we will try to incorporate that one when we do the exercise or when we do that when we come there. So dependent pick list is nothing but the classic example is the state and then the capital of the state, right? For each state there is one capital. So you do not want the user to make a data entry mistake. So what will you do? So what you will do is you will make it as a dependent pick list. That means if I select the state as Karnataka, I will get only one value Bangalore. If I select the state Maharashtra, then I will get only Mumbai as the state capital. Correct? So that is known as parent and the child pick list, dependent pick list. So that is the question that what it has. So how do you achieve it? Here, they lessen the burden of the data entry as much as possible. Important fields such as state and in which are related. Depending on the values entered, the leads will get routed to different sales, blah, 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 right? So how do you achieve this? You create a dependent pick list between state and the city. And depending upon the state that you pick, the cities that are there in the states will be displayed as the drop-down list, and you can be able to pick that. Does it make sense, guys?
Yes.
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 So these are all the questions. These are all the things that what we have for today. And I want you guys, okay, I'm going to give you. Have you guys started doing the trailheads?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. You guys got it? Please make a note of these things and go through the sales trailhead for each one of those things and try to understand what we have covered so far. Manu, you can stop the recording.